Reagan now one of the heroes of the Republican Party of the modern era. It's a piece by David Schuster, our own David Schuster. It's a piece on Ronald Reagan. Let's watch.
His spirit has dominated Republican conventions for decades.
The time is now, my fellow Americans, to recapture our destiny, to take it into our own hands.
Ronald Reagan, the party leader every Republican nominee has mentioned for the last 20 years.
By the way, I spoke to President Reagan this afternoon, and I made him a promise that we would win one more for the Gipper. Are you ready?
Ronald Reagan began to define the GOP back in 1964 with a dazzling speech on national television on behalf of Barry Goldwater.
We will keep in mind and remember that Barry Goldwater has faith in us. He has faith that you and I have the ability and the dignity and the right to make our own decisions and determine our own destiny.
In 1976, Reagan lost the Republican nomination to incumbent President Gerald Ford, but Reagan was back in 1980 as the GOP's presidential nominee.
The Carter administration lives in the world of make-believe, every day drawing up a response to that day's troubles, regardless of what happened yesterday and what will happen tomorrow.
Reagan spoke of restoring both America's military and economic strength.
We're taxing ourselves into economic exhaustion and stagnation, crushing our ability and incentive to save, invest, and produce. This must stop. We must halt this fiscal self-destruction and restore sanity to our economic system.
In a remarkable 8 years as president, Reagan cut taxes, strengthened the military, and is credited with ending the Cold War.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And along the way, he brought a glow to the Republican brand. His final convention speech came in 1992.
May all of you as Americans never forget your heroic origins, never fail to seek divine guidance, and never lose your natural, God-given optimism. And finally, my fellow Americans, may every dawn be a great new beginning for America, and every evening bring us closer to that shining city upon a hill.